John Lane, with a remarkable season so far, leading his team in runs batted in. Can he deliver at the plate again today? It's the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. First pitch coming your way next. So 2 down, and next for the Cubs, John Lane. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give us one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
2 outs, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Sends it to first, and that is that. Cubs 0, Brewers coming up to hit. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
Yeah, trust me when I tell you.
2 outs with a runner at third. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. In from third is the tying run. And it's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Missed inside with the curve. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Man at second. Line drive, that's a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 3-2.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So digging in, John Lane. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone.
Clearly didn't want to mess with him right there, so I think it makes sense to play the numbers game in this spot.
And now it's going to be John Lane. Strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Duchamp sizing this one up. And there's 1 down. Lane played well, but couldn't lift the team to a win.
No, Boog, it was a strong individual day for him, even if they couldn't quite get the win.
Here's a big power threat. John Lane. Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing,
He was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Lane at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. In the inning, a solo homer. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And first offering is fouled off. 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. That to right. Yoshida drops into the glove, and that'll do it. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Home half of the 5th. We're at the top of the 8th. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, John Lane. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Hodges back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
That one at 95 missed up top, and now it's even 1-1. Back up the middle and a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Lane now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Yoshida makes the grab on the run. Nothing doing here this half. Lane played pretty well in this win.
Well, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Nice effort to contribute to the win.
So 2 down, and here is John Lane. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Off the mark there. 1-1.
1-1.
Fastball is outside. Ripped to right. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Bases loaded, 2 down. And ball 1. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. 1 run's in there safely. And a 2-1 ball game now.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Lane measures 6 feet even, 41 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. smoked on the ground to second. On to first, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, but they lead it 4-1. So up now for Chicago, John Lane. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. Hammers that one, curling down the line, and foul. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. And they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 5-4. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time.
Now the left fielder, John Lane. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that's outside. And the count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Lane went by Willie Mays with the 661st homer of his career in this game.
What an amazing career he's had, Boo. When your name is right up there alongside Willie Mays, you know you've done something truly special. Congratulations to him on an incredible accomplishment.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Lane, the next to hit. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Lane
1-1.
matched a homer in his last game.
That's a ball. 2-1.
Ripped on a line and foul ball.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Hit in the air out to center field. Cordero makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
No, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Out in my flip
Dinellis back to work. That one drilled left field and foul ball. Misses off the plate, and it's 1-1.
That's inside. That's a ball.
Just
That's a
missed.
ball. Outside.
Next offering is fouled back. That one misses.
Ball four. Take
so
your
a
base.
leadoff walk.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And the first pitch misses for ball one. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Check swing, and it's popped up. Reaching down and makes the grab. Base is empty with 2 away. John Lane, the next Cub to hit. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Yeah, that's fouled off. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. In the dirt,
that's low.
ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
The next pitch misses. Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Just missed.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Punts. Waiting in the on-deck circle.
They can get him up. He'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Here's the left fielder, John Lane. And what a two-way player, not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Penny is just 1 strike away. And the 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 0-2 now. Hit to second, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Brewers take the finale and earn a split of this 4-game series. Lane had a good day at the office, even in defeat.
No question that he delivered at the dish for him, even though it wasn't enough.
Lane is ready to go. His team comes into this one with the best record in the majors. All eyes on baseball's elite today. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Minnesota Twins. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. John Lane, the next to hit. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Up
Ball.
and in, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And a strike in there.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
That clips the corner.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two on, 1 out. Top of the third, no score. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Battling here as he fouls it away. That's inside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
1 at second. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play. Nicely done, and that'll do it. 1 hit, 1 left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. No score. One out, bases empty. And a swing and a miss.
Well, they just threw that fastball by it, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. He's got it, 2 away. Base is empty, 1 away. And next for the Cubs, John Lane. And the first offering is not close.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
Check swing. He went. And 1-1.
1-1.
All tied up, and we're in the top of the 8th. The 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a
John Lane, currently on a 10-game hitting streak. Can he keep it going today? First pitch coming at you right after the break. Stepping in, the long ball threat, John Lane. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 0-1. Swung on, belted. That's going back. Back some more. Brings it in. Runners tagging from second and third. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Cubs.
So many times that one gets out of here and into the seats, but he'll take the sac fly RBI. Good job to get that run in from third.
First pitch, not close. That's a slider for a strike.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Swinging a foul straight back. Two outs. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That misses, and the count now even up.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Column off of first with 2 away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Drops into the glove, and that is that. One runner on at first with 1 gone. John Lane now at the plate. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Gets under and pops it up. Ames hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And this is very likely the last chance he gets to keep his hitting streak alive. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Ripped to short. They take the force out, and that's the 3rd out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Lane did well enough for them.
Maybe not his best showing, but they got the win, and he should be happy about that.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Lane getting ready to hit. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Now a long throw home. Head first, slide safe at the plate. And it's 1-0.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Off the mark there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Ball 2.
On the ground right side. Takes it to the bag, out. Steps on first, and it's out number 2. 1 out, base is empty. That one fouled off. Hard hit left side. And save. He busted it down the line for that infield single.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
All set to start the 9th in this one. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, John Lane. And that one fouled off. Oh, 1 now. Hard ground ball for a base knock. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Lane played brilliantly despite the loss. 3 hits in the ball game.
Oh, Boog, they
John Lane is on a tear so far this season, leading his team in home runs. This newly crowned fan favorite ready to dazzle today. It's the Los Angeles Angels and the Chicago Cubs. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So 2 down. So up now for Chicago, John Lane. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Popped up. Sexton sizes this one up, squeezes it, and that is the 3rd. 1 out, base is empty. Lane. More than 3,000 hits in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
In the air, left side. Carmona sizing this one up. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Man at first, 1 away.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Now a screamer into the outfield. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. And up next for Chicago, John Lane.
And things could change quickly here with 1 swing.
Swing and a foul out of play. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That's hard hit in the line. And that's a fair ball. Run comes in from second. Tie game here in the 8th. Will cut off to third. Tag out. They cut down the go-ahead run at third.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. And they probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
1 down. Winning run on at first. Fought off foul.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Misses off the plate, and that's ball 1. And fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
This guy's got good power. With 1 swing, he can win it for him.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
That one misses, and it's 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where pitcher
went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Lane had a decent showing in this one.
Not great, not terrible, just kind of an average game. Still, always good to get a team win.
And the final score here, 4-3. John Lane getting ready. He's on an absolute tear this season, leading the league in runs batted in. First pitch coming your way next. And here is John Lane. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Kicks and fires.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
On the ground, right side. Fires to first in time. Back here at the friendly confines. Now here is John Lane. Foul ball there.
These two guys, a lot of respect for one another.
0-1. Just missed.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 down. So bases all loaded up. Lane digs in now. Golden opportunity right here.
Look, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded.
Ball 1.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Richards, the runner at third. Miller at second. Sanchez over at first with 1 away.
Ball, that's just out.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feet, there's
out.
1. Ow! The double play ends the inning and might have saved the game for them.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
With a less than great game in this one.
Well, at least they got the win, Boog. That's got to be the only thing lifting his mood right now. The coaching staff knows he's capable of more, and he does too.
John Lane getting ready. He's on an absolute tear this season. 1 out, runner at second. Lane now at the plate. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And that one fouled off. Man at second. In the air, out towards left center. Carmona makes a nice running catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Lane now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing
1-1's
there.
the count.
And 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That one missed. Ripped to right. Corrals it. And that is that. No outs. Runner on second. In the air to left center. Carmona under it. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. One out. Runner at second. Lane getting ready to hit. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
And that's in for a strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
The pitch. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. One out and a runner at second. Here the bottom of the 7th. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Center field. Rounds third, headed to the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe.
John Lane is ready to go. His team comes into this one with the best record in the majors. All eyes on baseball's elite today. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch coming your way next. One down. John Lane, the next Cub to hit. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Gets it there in time, though, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swing and a miss.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And now 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Lane, the next to hit, takes outside. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Check swing and a ball outside. Ball 2. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Swing and a miss. Full count.
3 balls. 2 strikes.
And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. New inning getting started. Here's the left fielder, John Lane. Mitchell back to work. On the ground to the left. Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. So runner at second, 2 down. Lane getting ready to hit. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. McGrath, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Now we'll pull it to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Lane had a game to forget in the loss.
This wasn't his finest.
And next for the Cubs, John Lane. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 1. Lane measures 6 feet even, 41 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Late on that fastball.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Foul ball there.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that skips in the dirt. 2 outs, base is empty. Outside, and that is ball 4.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Lane swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today. Two outs. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Up and in, ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Two down, nobody on. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's 6. Yeah, that's fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And that misses. And it's 1-2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Ring him up, says Clyde Washington. That's a strikeout. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, John Lane.
A walk and a pair of strikeouts.
First pitch misses.
1-0.
And that is out of play. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Next pitch is outside. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. So they go quietly there. Lane had a pretty poor showing in this game despite the win.
Well, at least they got the win.
John Lane with a remarkable 1 down. John Lane digs in now. Out front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Collins leads off first with 1 away. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Throw into 3rd. And he'll make it up to 2nd as he advances on the throwing error.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
Runner at 2nd, 2 down. On the ground, Ricks fires to first on the run. On the money, nice play. 1 left for the Cubs. 2 out, space is empty.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
They say you win.
No ball.
2 down,
1
nobody
strike.
on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Outside low. And that is ball 1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. McGrath, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, and he works in a slider. And ball 1. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. managed to strike that.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to